Hey there, I hope you have seen the first video in this playlist before you jump to this video. If not, I strongly recommend you to please watch that before you start with this. Okay, now let's start. You are here because you save at the beginning of every month and you want your retirement payout every year end. Okay, there are three cases in this sheet: case A, case B, and case C. I will take you through all these cases as well as the sensitivity table on the right of this sheet. Please do note that you may change the values only in those places where I have explicitly mentioned input in green colors here, 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 and here. Before we start with anything, we need to first fill up the two inputs that would drive everything in this sheet, and that is this retirement goal section. We have to identify what is your retirement goal. Row number 7 is asking you how much do you need per year in retirement. Right now it is saying 12 lakh. This is what you want your corpus to pay you every single year from the year 1 of your retirement onwards. Enter it. Row 8 is asking how many years you will be in retirement. By default, I have set it at 25. So the assumption is that you retire and you want the corpus to last exactly 25 years. After 25 years, it hits 0. That is, you won't get any payment at all. So if you want a buffer, increase this. Say if your family has a history of living to 90 and you plan to retire at 55, you put 35 here. What we get here in row number 10 is your retirement goal. Tomorrow, if anyone comes and asks you what is your retirement goal, don't just stand dumbfounded. You have an answer now. But please do note that this retirement goal is dependent on the required rate of return you inputted in the decision sheet. This here. You make any changes in that required rate of return, your retirement goal changes. I have explained these things in the first video of this playlist. Now, this single number, as I said, the retirement goal feeds into all the three cases as well as the sensitivity table. Let's get into case A. You know when you will retire. You just want to know how much should you save monthly so that your retirement goal is achieved. Row number 14 is asking you when will you retire. So if you are a person who has a clear idea when you will retire, then input that date here. Currently it is saying May 2051. You may input it in the format of MMYYY. Row number 16 here automatically calculates how many months are left from today until that date. You need not do anything here. And do note that the number of months left till retirement cell is live. The cell is live. Meaning every time you open the file, the number of months left for your retirement refreshes, so the countdown updates automatically. By the way, row number 18 is your answer. This is how much to save every month beginning to hit your retirement goal by that retirement date of yours. So with 12 lakh yearly need, 25 years of retirement, and whatever rate is on the decision sheet, this amount here tells you exactly what your SIP amount should be every month beginning. Change any of those three inputs and the answer update instantly. How can we tweak this for your other life goals? Say every year end you plan to go for a family vacation for an amount of 5 lakh rupees. You plan your first such trip 5 years from now. You will be going for 10 such trips every year. So in row number 7, instead of the amount you need in retirement, you may input the amount you wish to spend for that trip, that is 5 lakh rupees. How many trips you will be going? So in row number 8, input 10. And when will you retire? It is asking when will be your first trip be. So it is 5 years from here. So 5 years from here will be something like April of 2031. So this amount tells you what you should be saving every month beginning starting today to have the corpus for your annual trip. I am again repeating, this value depends on whatever required rate of return is there in the decision sheet. So if you are investing in a fixed deposit with 8% per annum, then change that decision sheet required rate of return accordingly. Now let's go to case B. Before that, let me change it to back the original values. Fine. Now let's go to case B. You are already saving an amount regularly every month beginning. You just want to know when you can retire with your retirement goal corpus. First of all, let me appreciate you for your regular savings habit. Do keep it up. As I said, you are already saving an amount. You just want to know when will you hit your retirement goal so you can retire from that. Row number 22 is asking how much is that amount that you are saving every month. Currently it is 25,000. The assumption here is that you have been saving and you will be saving the same amount, same 25,000 rupees from the period you started saving till your retirement. Row number 24 calculates how many months of contributions you need to make from the day you started saving. That is not from today. Suppose you started saving this 25,000 rupees 10 months before, then from that month onwards, you need to contribute for 126 months. In years, row number 25 is saying it's nearly 10 to 11 years. So this is your reality check. If you are saving 25,000 a month towards a 12 lakh yearly retirement need, this tells you how long you actually need to keep going. Try increasing your savings or increasing your required rate of return in the decision sheet and you will watch the number of years drop. Let's see, if you are saving 50,000 per year, then you need to save only for 7.2 years or something like 86.13 months. Now let's go to KC. You are not a regular saver, but you have some amount with you which you have invested somewhere. It is the most realistic scenario for anyone who is already been working for a few years. You have some money, maybe in a mutual fund or an FD, and you want to know, given what you already have, how much do you still need to save every month? It is asking for three inputs: existing savings or corpus already accumulated. Whatever you already have invested, you may input here. Currently it is 1 lakh. Next, how much does this current savings generate per year? This is the annual rate of return of your existing investment. This rate has nothing to do with the required rate we inputted in the decision sheet. It is talking about your invested rate. Then, when will you retire? Again, it is asking your target retirement date. Row 34 automatically calculates the number of months left till retirement. And now, read the last blue line carefully. It tells you what amount you need to save from here on regularly every month beginning to reach your retirement goal. As per the returns generated by your existing savings, to reach your retirement goal of this amount, that is same as this amount, you need to contribute regularly till retirement every month beginning an amount of 12,389.57 in this case. If I put a large number here, say something like 2 crores, then it is saying you need not save anything more. That is, your existing savings are already enough, and if you want, you can retire now also. Now let us come to the sensitivity table. On the far right of the sheet, there is this sensitivity table. The header is saying sensitivity analysis, regular savings every month beginning to so that which is required to reach your retirement goal. Now this sensitivity table is driven by this retirement goal. So if you change anything in this, then the sensitivity table automatically changes. Say instead of yearly need of 12 lakh, I am inputting 20 lakh. Then the sheet automatically updates accordingly. Rows are the return rates. It starts from 5 and goes all the way to 25. The columns are the number of years you have till retirement. 5 means you have 5 more years till retirement. 45 means you have 45 more years till retirement. How to read this table? Read it like this. Find your expected annual return in the rows. Suppose our expected return is 12%. Okay. Then find your number of years till retirement. Say you have 30 years till retirement. Then this intersecting cell, it gives you the answer for how much you need to save regularly every month beginning so that your retirement goal is reached. Suppose you have 38 years more till retirement, then you may round it off to something like 40 because it is impossible to input all the values here. This is just a representative, a reference. That's why it's called a sensitivity table. The insight this table gives you is that it makes it immediately obvious that starting 10 years later costs you far more than lowering your return rate. Time is the dominant variable. Rate matters, but not as much as time. That is compounding, and the table shows it starkly. The 20% and 25% rows are for completeness. That's aggressive return territory. More relevant if someone is modeling a business investment or a high risk portfolio. For most people, 7 to 15 is the ideal range. That's sheet number 4, my dear friends. The formula logic repeats across all 16 sheets. Once you understand this sheet completely, the other 15 are just variations. Next video is sheet number 5, and we will see you there. Thank you.